Okay, let's look at the homework 2.2, 2.3, number 18. All right. So so we need to find the vertex form of the given quadratic function. All right. So let's do that first. All right. So you have this quadratic function. All right. First thing you do is factor out 0.5. So factor out the 0.5. Right, from the first two terms. So 0.5x squared, factorial 0.5, you get x squared. Right? If you factor out 0.5 from negative 6x, you will get negative 12x. Right? Then we'll give a little bit of room and plus 22 right at the end. Right? Then we need to figure out the third term we need to complete the square. So all you have to do is take this number, right? Then take the 1/2, which is negative 6. Then after that, square that. So negative 6 squared is positive 36. So I'm going to add 36, but I'm going to subtract 36 right away so that we don't change the quantity. All right. Then we can complete the square using the first three terms. So I'm going to just group those guys together to make it nice and neat. So you have x squared minus 12x plus 36. Right? Then in order to get this leftover negative 36 outside the parentheses, you need to distribute 0.5. So 0.5 times negative 36 would be negative 18. Then you have plus 22. So we still have to put that. Right? So this will give you 0.5. Alright, then this is going to be x, and the number is 1/2 of this number. So you take the, divide by 2, so that's negative 6 squared, right? And negative 18 plus 22 is plus 4. Right? So let's type that in. Alright, so it's going to be 0.5 x minus 6 and squared. Squared, right, and plus 4, right? See if I got correctly. So check answer. Right, got that correctly. All right, next one, state the y-intercept. So okay, so let's find the y-intercept. All right, so in order to find the y-intercept, so part A, right, so y-intercept. Right, in order to find the y-intercept, we set x equals 0. All right, so just to plug in 0 for x. So s of 0 is going to be plug in 0, so 0.5. Then you have 0 squared. That's a long way of saying 0. Minus 6 times 0. Again, that's 0. Plus 22. So you can see that 22 is the y-intercept, right? So go back and type it in, right? So y-intercept is 22, right? Right, check answer. All right, we got that. All right, state the x-intercepts, and there are two choices. X-intercepts are, then you give x-intercepts, or there are no x-intercepts. All right, so let's go back to the paper. All right, so we have, so in order to find x-intercepts, all right, x-intercepts, again, as usual, we're going to set y equal to 0, which means that we're going to set the whole function equal to 0. All right, so we're going to let the whole function, so here's the whole function, so 0.5 and quantity x minus 6 squared plus 4 equal to 0. All right. Then if you look carefully, this equation will not have any solution because a real solution. You can see that here, this quantity is, x minus 6 squared. Because of the square, right, this guy is never negative, right? So non-negative. Multiply by 0.5, it's still non-negative. Then you're adding plus 4 to it, which means that this guy is at least 4, so it never becomes 0. It's just simply too big. So this guy is actually never equal to 0, which means that there is no x-intercept. So let's go back and put that in. All right, here, there are no x-intercepts. So let's check that. All right, we got that correctly. All right, the next one, the vertex is, right, so remember the vertex, let's say vertex. So this is part B. All right, vertex, so it's a negative 6, so it's going to be positive 6. And the plus 4 here, so it's plus 4. So 6 comma 4. So let's type that in. All right, vertex is going to be 6 comma 4. All right, then check the answer. All right, we got that correctly. And the next one, thus the function has a minimum or maximum. All right, so we have to pay attention to the leading coefficient, which is 0.5. It is positive. All right, so if you have a positive leading coefficient, so C, all right, so leading coefficient, say A, is positive, right, which means that the parabola is facing up, right? So we'll only have minimum at the vertex. All right, so go back to this, and we'll have a minimum, right? Then check the answer. All right, we got that. All right, the minimum value is, and we already know the vertex actually up here. Vertex is 6 comma 4, so minimum value is 4. So type 4 in and check the answer. All right, got that correctly. All right, the range is, okay, once you know that the minimum is 4, which means that it's going to be start from 4. So square bracket indicates that includes 4. All right. Then you have positive infinity. So I'll just say infinity. Then you have that. All right. So check your answer. All right. We got that. All right. That's it. I hope that this was clear.